Okay.
Uh, it's good to be here. What's up?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Yeah. So you can speak to our people. The live stream is on right now. You can start.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, hello to our followers again, our supporters, our friends, families. It's good to always come alive and have this conversation with you on the Myers Television, which is very informative, very impactful, insightful, and full of experience. So, it's a great pleasure for us all to meet once again digitally. And we hope that tonight's conversation will be a blessing to you and ourselves as well. Hello to Queen. I see you up looking good. How are you? Miss Queen. Miss Queen, am I audible? Am I audible to you, Miles?
You are Queen has to mute her unmute her mic.
Okay. I don't know if I'm audible to her though. Yo, Avra, what's up?
Are you people getting me?
Yes, we can hear you now,
Yes,
Queen.
we are now. We are.
Well,
How are
it's
you, Queen?
that I'm doing great. How you guys doing?
We also, we also. Afra, what's up? Afra, am I audible to you?
Yeah, you are. You are. Maybe he's facing some network issue, but I think we'll get better very
Let's
soon.
go on the show, please, before we get started. Uh, Request that we all share the show, please. Just in 1 minute, we can do that, guys.
Truth and culture, Myers TV, Myers TV, bringing light each day, stories that guide us, show the way, one love, one voice, one destiny, welcome to the future, Myers TV, a vision was born with a purpose so true. Buena Myers, we are new. With faith and courage, the journey began. Building a platform for every man. Through trials and growth, the light stayed strong. Turning every challenge into
Myers,
Yeah, yeah.
can hear you.
Are you not getting me, Philip?
Can hear you. Let me
You
go
have to
off.
go and come back. Yeah, yeah. Go
Let me
and
go
come
off.
back. Yeah. Queen,
We
are you?
I'm getting my guys and network.
Yeah, Philip. I think he has to go and
Yes,
come
I'm
back.
getting
Yeah.
you around.
Mhm. Okay. Hope you are doing good.
Yes, I am.
So, okay, that's good. We want to say welcome to all of our followers, wherever you are watching us from. We say welcome tonight. Okay. Okay, our host is here already. Philip, the boy
Yes,
is
sir.
here. Call me. Our people is waiting to hear from you tonight. We know tonight, before you go on, let me say happy International Women's Day to all of our beautiful, ladies in and around the world. Let me say most especially to Miss Queen, who is presently here, not forgetting Miss Susie, uh, Miss Turate, and Miss Wonders. Every one of you want to say Happy International Women's Day. Yeah, you people look so, what word can I use? But you people look so wonderful with a lot of potential. Yeah, we appreciate you people. Yeah, Philip, the show is yours tonight.
Thank you, sir. So, right here, you talk about International Women's Day. So, I would just like to share, just a brief history of this entire International Women's Day. I mean, it's actually a historical one. Looking back at 1908, like we said, the early 1900s, right? So, we had about approximately 15,000 women who marched through the principal streets of the New York City. By that time, there was a conflict in their working system. So the women were actually demanding for shorter hours of work and better pay because ever since then, in the 1900s or so, they were not being paid well and they were demanding for a better pay and for a shorter hours of work. And they also one of the demands they put up was actually for the right to vote because women were not participating in the voting activities in that country though. So fast forward in 1910, there was a woman by the name Clara Zetkin. Yes, I want to be sure. She actually proposed the idea of International Women's Day at a certain conference they held in Kobahanji. So in that conference, you they had about 100 women who unanimously agreed to the proposal of Clara for the International Women's Day. So this has been a historical thing, and I mean it's actually great for the women out there, including our mother, our sisters, and those ones who are making positive decisions in our country and their nation builder as well. And lately it was in the 1975 when the United Nations actually recognized this entire International Women's Day. So from 1908 all the way to 1975, United Nations had to, officially announce that the International Women's Day being proposed by Clara in that conference held in Kobayaji be, an international celebration and recognition as well. And they actually celebrates the achievement of women, like we said, and it calls for them to get engaged more into society building, nation building, and decision making as well, because this has been one of their plots they've been demanding. And thank God we see today in our own country, Liberia, uh, the likes of Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, ascending to the highest office of the nation. So we believe that the fight those women, did many years back is being fruitful and yielding good results. So happy International Women's Day to all the women and girls. And what's fascinating about this Women's Day, United Nations actually declare on their website the theme for this International Women's Day, right? It's all about rights, women rights, justice, and that of peace, right? For all women and girls in the world. So they actually want this day to be observed as a day that justice can be served, action can be taken by women, and also the rights of women can be, exercised. So, with that said, I would like to welcome all of us to our show for tonight, where we're going to be looking at pressure in young people or the pressure young people face. And we're going to be sharing our insights and experiences because we all are young people. So, we're going to be sharing our insights and experiences we've had and what are some of those good habits we can actually share with our followers and viewers tonight that they can learn from and be able to find their way through this entire thing. Right off, I would like to kickstart with Queen, Miss Queen, to introduce herself to our people and just greet in a few seconds. And then we transition to Alfred. Thereafter, we have Myers. Queen,
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Philip, for the opportunity. Let me say
welcome.
good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Application you are following. My name is Queen Annie, currently residing in India and a panel of today's show. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. So let's move to Alfred. Hello, Alfred.
Hello, my brother. How you doing?
Doing great, sir. And you?
I'm good. So thank you for recognizing me, my brother. Actually, I should have been here on Wednesday, but I have some circumstances which, of course, I will tell you later after the show. And to our followers, again, I'm Alfred T. Moore. My name is Constant, and I'm your co-host for tonight. And I wish that we all discuss our topic tonight. And happy Women's Day to all our ladies out there, to all our beautiful women. And tonight I'm seeing my comrade, my excellency, my student representative, my general secretary.
Everything for one person, friend.
I call my female general, my palaka mate. She we just like Tom and Jerry, we cannot move for yeah, yeah. We just have to make position. I'll be happy with me to you, madam. And to my brother Miles, how you doing, my brother? Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Myers, can you greet your people, sir?
Thank you. I feel like before I greet the people, I hope they will get our International Men Day as well. We have to be celebrated as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It happened. It
Remember,
happened.
always in our audience.
Yeah, we have to be celebrated. If the world leaders cannot see that necessary, I think the Miles TV family got to see that necessary. We got to create that platform that men can also be celebrated. I think we are so special, right?
I
Yeah.
like the vision.
They
Uh,
have it. They have it. It's November 9. It's November 19.
Okay, so we definitely gonna celebrate that. Sorry, I've not been check marking that. So let me say good evening to all of our wonderful people. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever part of the world you are joining us from. The name remain constant. I'm Bonan D. Myers, and I'm super excited to be here tonight and serving as one of the panelists on the show. We hope that you stay tuned with us. Don't forget to also go and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We will also appreciate that. We are live right now on Facebook and YouTube. And thank you for joining us tonight, and we hope to share our own insight, our little experience we have. Thank you, Mr. Dolo, for giving me the time. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So, right in, I would like to request our followers and friends to share the show. Ask your friend to join us as well. Better still, invite them so we all can learn together as we will be sharing our insights on how we can offer help to you and ourselves so that we can manage pressure that we face in the world today and those expectations we have that's kind of beating us down, that's kind of beating us up. So please invite your friends, share the links, your brothers and sisters, you come on so we all learn together. And if you have your thought, you have any question, just use the comment section and drop it in. Myers is going to read through, Alfred is going to read through as well as Miss Queen, so we all can share our insight. With that being said, guys, this topic is so fascinating and it's critical for us to address as young people. These days we've been beat up. These days we have too many forces because when we look at the word pressure, it comes with what we call force. If you look at faces definition, right? So it is actually a force being applied to something. It is, yeah, an actual force being applied to something against something over something. So let's look at that something as us, as an object. So what are those forces that kind of pushing us against our limit, against our boundaries? What are those forces that are overwhelming us, causing us to be stressed, causing us to be bothered, embarrassed, confused? Because not many people tend to handle force, right? Not many people have the grace, the ability. They don't have the necessary skill whenever pressure comes to be able to manage. That's why my television has come this month, particularly the Women's Day, to educate us, to help us, especially young women, on how to manage pressure. So we're going to kickstart with Miss Queen being a woman on this platform, representing all of the women. Ma'am, what say you about pressure? You can just give us an intro about pressure and expectation, looking at the context of women, just in few seconds. We take your intro.
Thank you so much, Mr. Host. I was smiling when you were calling my name because I actually expected this because today's our day. Yeah, so thanks for the opportunity and to our follow. Say thank you for joining.
You're welcome.
So listen to this topic and to research on the topic. You know, there's a lot of things that are causing our young girls, our youth today nowadays. Pressures. When your expectation, when you are pressurized and your expectation does not meet, you feel so frustrated, and at times you might end up going in the street. Sometimes when I look at the work pressures, I want to believe sometimes it derives from the parents, most especially because they are our support system. And then you as a young person coming in life, more especially a woman, and then maybe you are let's just say a firstborn girl child, right? And then you have your second born, which is girl as well. And perhaps maybe she have graduated from high school or maybe married, well established. I know African parents, most especially Liberian parents, they're going to pressurize that firstborn, they're going to pressurize that child. Your friends are going forward in life. Why are you still stagnated? The best of parents really want to see their children moving forward. They want to see their children prospering in life, but also to take into consideration everyone does not work in the same way. Life is about time.
Have we lost Miss Queen? Mi- Uh, Alfred, are you there? Alfred,
Yes, yes, yes. I'm here.
I think we have lost Miss Queen. So let's hear you on your intro about pressure. She was looking at pressure from the family angle. So let's hear you out.
That is what stages if your
So
turn does not reach the child does not need to be pressure.
She's here. She's back. Miss Queen. Miss Queen, there is a delay in your voice. We just can't hear you properly. So if you can hear us, I request that you go off and come back on, and we take you after Alfred. So Alfred, let's hear you outside.
okay, thank you so much, my brother. So when we talk about pressure into this world, when most especially when it comes to women, into the fast changing world, young women face a lot of pressures and expectations on different areas of their life. We talk about like when my colleague was speaking, she mentioned of family. Yeah, there's something we call family expectation. As a young girl, your family expects certain things from you at certain age. Probably maybe probably at the age from 1 to 18 years, they expect you to actually let's say have good grades, probably be sharp among your friends and whatever thing. And if from age 18 or more, they expect you to have a better relationship, try to build up a family. So as a young girls, if you actually didn't prepare yourself for this stage, that's time you try to face more something we call pressures. Because from the family now, you have to meet your family expectation. You have to meet your own expectation. And another thing you can call academic what career pressures. Academic career men, these things actually put a lot of pressure on young girls nowadays, and even you as a whole because you have to meet certain tasks. You have to, when you come to your, for young girls who is career oriented, they have to meet certain things. They have to meet certain obligations to actually achieve their career. And another thing, social media influence. This is one of the main things nowadays in our 21st century. This is one of the main things that actually cause a lot of pressure on our young girls nowadays. Because if you look at the fashion world now, on the social media, you see a lot of things. And you being a young girl, you see your friends on the social media, you see she's dressing kind of good, she's getting more audience, she's whatever she posts, she get 15K leg and blah blah K leg. You just name the kind of leg that the person get. And then you see, as a young girl, you feel like okay, this person is actually blooming, this person actually going far more than you. Then now you try to actually want to fit yourself into that because you actually want to be on the picture. Because you see, this person have a lot of young guys in their inbox. The last time we were on this platform, and I made mention of certain things I said. Uh, uh, Most especially women spend 3, 4 hours only to impress men. So out there, you see this person is actually getting the attention from men that she actually want to impress. She actually getting that kind of focus from men because the way she dressed, the way in which she on the social media. This young girl who does not have any audience, who does not have such things to actually be attractive on the social media. She try to face the pressure. Why this person like do, why the person like this, and then now she wants to be like that. She wants to be like that. And another thing we call what we say cultural traditions, your cultural tradition, the pressure, it put a lot of pressures on you based on your tradition. Like we from Liberia, we have our 16 ethnic group, we have, and everyone have their own traditions, everyone have their own cultures. So based on the culture that you from, like I don't know much about other countries because for me all my time I've been in Morovia. I didn't go to school. I was spending some time to other understand about these cultures, but I can tell you that we have the same thing in the poor society. So it means that if you're actually from certain country and most if your family is actually into this sending poor society things, that means that you have to go there, you have to go there, you have to learn these things, you have to. So this pressure that, okay, and there's a lot of disadvantage when it comes to that. So that means that if you those that have been there and then when they come out, they have more advantage than you. So there are certain places they can talk, you cannot talk. There are certain things they can do, you cannot do it. So as a young girl who hasn't been into that era before, you don't have right to do certain things. That certain time you will see that person who have been there will say, I'm a woman. You are not a woman. It does not mean physically that you are not a woman. But what they're trying to say that you haven't seen, you haven't been through what we as women should have been through. So you are not a woman. So based on that, the women face it. Another thing we talk about something we call relationship and friendship pressure. This is one of the key things. This is very, very key when it comes to pressure, not just for our young ladies. Relationship and family pressure. There is certain saying, one of our popular statement in like bro say Monica is there. I mean Lofty is that Lofty has gone long time, Lofty that now it's Monica. So now most of our ladies now they are not actually most of our young girls are not actually looking at genuine love. They are actually looking at what money. What they are actually looking for the benefits. Yeah, I can tell you my brothers today on the platform. I can say almost 75% of our young girls right now in the world as life. I'll actually like to speak for Liberia, but basically, let me speak for the general because we are talking about International Women's Day. So let me speak generally.
We
100,
hold you there, Alfred, and then we come to the relationship aspect where you can share all your insights with us, sir. So this was just for the intro. Thank you.
thank you.
You're welcome, sir. Niles, let's hear you out. What's your point of view on the intro when it comes to the pressure thing?
So thank you, Philip, and thanks to Afra. Afra have just said it, and then that of Queen they have said it all. But there are a few things that came to my mind. Today pressure has been a serious issue in our society today. The lack of a lot of our sisters today have been placed on. They just
Right.
listed some of these things, and one of these things I want to discuss has to do with self confidence. A lot of our sisters today have been placed under a pressure where they lack that self confidence in their self because of their environment, whether from the workplaces, from wherever place, school, and other things. They have been placed under pressure. They are not open to make certain decisions, and
Right.
because of that, they have been facing serious challenges. Another thing, this entire pressure thing, that one of the things it does is that it leads to mental health
Hmm.
issue. A lot of our people today has been placed under pressure. Today, at the end of the day, they are mentally ill.
Hmm.
Like all
Right.
these things we are saying today, be it from the family, from the school, the academic side, workplaces, whenever you have all the pressure, what happens at the end of the day? You loses your mental health sensitivity as a lot of you. So you look at our society today, you will find a lot of our young people are mentally depressed or are mentally ill because of the pressure they have been put on them. We agree that we
Right.
live in a generation where every time things changes, right? But yet still our
Hmm.
parents should try to understand that uh, just an individual cannot try to do everything at the same time.
Right.
You cannot try to do everything at the same time. Your mental health matters a lot. With all the work you go and do, with all the studies that you do, with everything, sometimes you see, like my brothers and sisters were saying, now in our days, our parents would say, oh, you must go, let's say for us in India, you must have like 9 GPA. Understand with the kind of environment we live in today, with the kind of stress we go, there is no man, there is no party, a lot of things we go on here. People don't understand today. But you are being pressurized that yes, indeed, you must be able to, do the particular thing. Philip, if you read on the line, you find a lot of the people who goes to the hospital today, due to mental health problem. The next thing the doctor will tell you, you need rest. And all
Right.
this from family, from the workplaces, from the school. Even our school today are no longer trying to understand us. We agree we are students. We agree that you pass through it, but understand that the world changes. Understand that things go gradually. So when things go gradually, you understand that the person, their minds have been shaped from one thing to another thing. But today we have been seriously pressurized even by our very university and what have you that makes some of us you understand today there is no satisfaction again, Philip. Even you can eat a better food, you can have all the money to your expectation, but you are not satisfied because you have been. And you know what happens, Philip? When you are mentally depressed, your entire life is complicated. You have
Exactly.
been complicated.
Exactly.
It leads you to even do what you don't want to do. A lot of our people today that you see that will draft off from house, will drop off from university, will drop off from work. There are some people who leave some workplaces. It's not like they don't want to work, but sometimes the kind of pressure that have been given to them, their mental health matters to them a lot. Their state of well-being is something that is very, good to them that they don't want to lose. And what happens today? You find that our society today, a lot of things are happening today in our society. And I hope today we can find a common ground on this entire pressure issues. Let's take for example, Philip, our young girls today. A young girl who coming up, yeah, she have a good potential. Yeah, she want to bring pride to the family, but understand that life is about steps.
Right.
Our parents today want to make this thing like you are forced to do certain thing, and at the end of the day now the child try to go wayward. And what happened at certain point of time you are unable, to bring them back. Philip, you cannot force somebody who is like 25 years old to be doing something that 30 or 35-year-old person should do.
Right.
What happened at the end of the day? You suppress the person, right? Imagine, Philip, our minds, right? If we come from right from the science era, right? Once somebody is around 20 to 25, there are certain level of which their brains or what have you, there are certain things their brain are able to cope with, right? That you cannot bring something that somebody who is 50 years old that their brain can cope with to that particular person. What happened? You try to suppress the brain. You try to kill the person. And these are things today we face in our society. Our parents, they have a very high expectation. Thank you so much, Philip.
Thank you for lending your thought. And I was just about to, make this highlight you guys have all spoken about before we dive deeper into the conversation for tonight. This entire pressure, stress, or an extreme expectation thing is a generational problem. These are all generational problems. Like generation from the millennium to the Gen X to the Gen Y and to the Gen Z. We Gen Z came and met these things because pressure, high expectations were not being handled properly by our fathers. Our mothers. They did not handle this thing properly. To the extent we young people, Gen Z, we come and run into it. We come and walk our way through it. And every day we navigate our way through pressure. It could be from your family, it could be from your relationship, as Alfred was saying, it could be from your school, like academic pressure, Maya made mention of, and society, as Queen also highlighted. And worst of all, guys, we have the social media pressure. This one, our fathers did not, you know, experience this pressure. But it is us, Gen Zs, who are actually experiencing pressure, high expectation when it comes to this social media thing. So those things that our forefathers did not handle well, they did not manage, we came and walked into them and we met another based on the invention of technology, which we call social media. So for the fact that you people are highlighting this, we're going to have the next 10 minutes of conversation around few questions I have. So we're going to work in time because we have this discussion in session. So for the next 10 minutes, let's be very detailed and let's be on time with our responses. So we're going to dive into understanding pressure as we just highlighted, but looking at these questions where you will share your point. So let's hear Queen. Queen was actually online, but due to internet problem, she went off. It's good to have you on. Are you okay now? Are you
I
okay?
am.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
so
That's
yes, I
right.
am.
That's right. That's right. So here are
Yeah,
a few.
yeah.
That's good. That's good. Here are a few questions that I want us to have this discussion around, right? Because people actually see pressure very dangerous. Yes, it should be seen that way. But the fact remains, pressure sometimes motivates us, right? It sometimes motivates us to do better, to improve, but not to be perfect. Now, when we look at perfection, then you kind of get broken down. You feel overwhelmed because your eyes are on perfection. But pressure does not come in for perfection. Pressure only comes in for growth. And that's where we are falling behind. Young people are falling behind. We are not focused on growth. We are not focused on learning. We are not focused on balance. Many of us are imbalanced. We don't know how to balance our timetables, our schedules, our work, school, friends, and even leisure time. We don't know how to balance these things. So when all of these things, fall heavily on us, then we kind of be like, stressed out, we be overwhelmed, we be burnt out. So you guys are going to share with us your insight around this question. And the first question goes to Miss Queen, being a woman representing all of the women. What are the most common pressures you think young people face today? Apart from those ones you just highlighted, but what are some of those pressure that we don't know you would like to share with us?
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Host. So when my memories went to certain issues, right? You see, one of the pressure that most young people, most as well women face today, when you are coming out in life, you decide like about this age, I want to achieve this, I want to be in certain class, I want to do this, I want to do that. And maybe unfortunately your parents cannot like they were helping at point in time, but unfortunately they couldn't like enough to that. Maybe to put university, you see yourself going trade school, you see yourself after high school you are sitting. These are expectations, from your childhood that you have already embedded about this age. I want to be certain reach certain age with my peers or even more than them. And then if that does not meet up, it put people, young people under pressure, they feel frustrated, even our mental health are being tarnished when it comes to that. So I believe that one of the main pressure that young people face nowadays, coming to social media that you did mention about, social media is a huge pressure because we see a lot of competition nowadays. I always tell people what you see on the media is actually different. People take picture iPhone, edit all those editors, yeah, they
Yeah,
put on it. But if you not as coming person that's coming out, you feel that some people even feel shame to take picture on their Android phone because they feel that their future won't be clear. So without iPhone, they won't take picture. And so what you find out to know that they will have to do things that will have to give them that iPhone. So they don't know how this person else will actually get their iPhone. Some people, borrow clothes to come post on the media. Some people do a lot of things on this media. I already consider social media as scam.
mm,
Yeah, you see people different, their personality is different from social their personality is different from social media. So we as a young person or young young people, right? Most especially to my women, because today is International Women Day. I'm talking to us women. We have to be very sensitive when it comes to that. We have to believe in ourselves, regardless of the time have been wasted. You everyone don't have the same financial backing. You should always be potential, even if it not cost you like your financially inability cannot make you to go to university, but you can put your hand into some of their business. You can also do trade that will help to enhance your skill instead of feeling discouraged. Why I say my friend is in university about this, hey, I have to achieve this degree. I haven't achieved it. I put you on a lot of pressure. At the end of the day, you go to these lawmakers, asking for support and asking for a lot of demand, maybe to sleep or you so and so place. We have to be very sensitive in how much we all we want to achieve the goal. So thank you so much, Philip.
I like the balance you just give. We have to be sensitive in order to achieve our goals. So whatever goals we have as young men, as young women, as young girls, you've got to be sensitive. You've got to use your mind in order to achieve your goals, because you cannot achieve your goals based on struggles that you're going to face tomorrow, right? What I meant to say, you want to achieve this at the moment you cannot achieve it, and it brings problem for you tomorrow, right? So let's kind of be sensitive to how we go about achieving our goals. Thank you, Miss Queen, for sharing that insight with us. And Myers, we're going to take a look at this expectation thing. This expectation thing is actually crucial, right? It's crucial. Now we have our own family, we have our friends, even school. They have this intense pressure on us, right? This high expectation. They be like, you've got to score this GPA. You've got to, be amongst the toppers in class. You've got to do this, you've got to do that. Forgetting to know that we young people should focus our mind only on growth, learning, and learning from our mistakes. But they are looking at perfection. So based off them looking at perfection, we see high expectation coming from them. So how do you what do you think, right, that a young woman or a young man can do in order to manage himself lest he be affected by this expectation, this intense expectation coming from his family, his teachers and friends?
Thank you, Philip. Thank you so much for this question. Automatically, people who should be focusing on their own expectation, you always expect them to focus on your expectation. That's a very good thing. It is not bad. It's very good. But let me say, you as a young person coming up, always have a set goal. Once you have a set goal that this is what you want to achieve in life, and you set your own timetable towards those things, you will definitely, get rid of, family own expectation and what have you, what behavior your colleagues, what have you, right? Because Philip, we live in a world, like I said previously, that every day things changes, right? Our method, our stability matters a lot. It is good. Expectation is good. Every family wants the better of their child or children, but yet
Mm,
still know that that individual should have their own goal in
mm,
everything, right? And sometimes it's so frustrating. You must set your goal, and once you don't reach at the period of time you set it, expect that's life. I tell
right.
people that's life, because it sometimes work in your favor, sometimes it doesn't work in your favor. And once it doesn't work in your favor, just say that you can still make, another chance to make another, another thing. So once you have a set goal that this is what I want to achieve at so and so time, but if even right, that's why I tell somebody I always get plan A and plan B. If they one doesn't work for me, so another thing I would say, you must always have plan A and plan B. If this doesn't work for me, I believe that this other one can work for me. I still believe that I get that hope. I can still make it. I can still make that change and other things in another way. Because if you don't set these very boundaries and other things to understand it, at the end of the day, you just create a high expectation. Let's take for example in our academic setting, a lot of us now we had a high expectation that once I graduate, I'm going to get a well-paid job. You create a
Right.
strong expectation. What happens if I just graduated, I doesn't have that well paid job? What become of me? I must have a plan B for it. right?
Hmm.
Because if I have a plan B, it will help me to help my it will help me a lot when it comes to my mental stabilities, when it comes to family and other things, right? Even though we are not there to, like, I can tell people, a lot of families, sometimes I can tell them the kind of expectation we have today. That's why a lot of our sisters, brothers, putting their hands in what they don't want to get into. They are getting into a lot of illegal things, right? But you as an individual, when you have that plans, if you have that set goal, that yes, once I don't reach this, I will try another method. I'll try to try another method. The method I'm telling you about is not negative thing. It's about positive things. Once you try
Right.
those methods and other things, it will help you a lot to reach at least certain place. But mind you, your expectation is not assurance. It's
Hmm.
not something that is a show. It's not something that, yeah, once you have to do it, something that is already setting for you. No, it is not setting for you. Mind you, Philip, you are here studying. I think you found a computer science department, right? Mind you,
Right.
Philip, you want to work. Let's take for example, you want your email objective is, yes, I want to work at maybe at Lone Star, maybe seven. I want the manager and what have you there. Mind you, there are other people who also planning to serve as manager there. Mind you, there are
Right.
people who already there that want to die in that position before they can move. And your
Right.
expectation is saying that once you graduate, you must go serve as manager. And somebody expectation, they are already pray to God that they will die to that place, and they are there, not general business. What become of you, Philip? You must have different alternatives. If it doesn't work that way, I think I can try to do it like that. And once you do it like that, life becomes so short and easier for you. Thank
That's
you.
understandable, man. That's clear, understandable. So we've got to have a set plan and try to work through the set plan, not just walking around. Like I said on Wednesday, we don't basically need to walk around things. We have to walk through things because when you tend to walk through things, what happens is that you move forward. But if you kind of walk around your plan, you just remain in a cycle, in a cycle. So as we have these expectations, Myers is saying they are not certain. Our expectations are not certain. That's why it's advisable that we have to walk through our expectations. When this failure comes, we bounce back. That's great. And we will now transition to Alfred, my co-host, to end the session, and then we transition to next. So I have this concern, right? We all know that pressure or high expectation coming from different angles, different group of people, is actually unhealthy and it kind of overwhelm us, right? So Alfred, what do you think that at what point a pressure or expectation can be very overwhelming or can be unhealthy for us as young people?
Okay, thank you so much. So, you see, in every male life, behave you being a woman or you being a man. So, in general, we just say men, right? So, in
Hmm.
every man life, there is something we call the morning stage. In that morning stage, there is something we call preparations.
Right.
So, in that preparation time, but in the morning stage, it's about from 1 years to 25 years. That is the stage we call the morning stage in every man life. So, in that stage, is that stage preparation stage. So in that space, uh, it is not possible for expectation to actually overwhelm you. It is not possible for pressures to overwhelm you because at that stage, that's the stage you make mistakes. That is the stage you fail. That is the stage you learn. That is the stage you wake up before you wake up before you wake up before.
Right.
After that, 26 in whatever stage, that is the stage we call the evening stage. That stage, that is the time expectation get very high. So at that stage, that's the time you see you find the young girl or the young guy is in university.
Hmm.
Probably is out of the country like you and I. Right now, I can tell you for sure. We are for a country. The moment someone heard that this person has traveled, what is respect in the man that person have already made it. He
Hmm.
have respect in the man that person have already made it in life. You and I, don't forget about don't forget about that individual who think that way. But you and I, the moment we say, okay, we want to travel, we are about to travel to go for our studies. What we're just putting in our mind, we have already made it. We are going to make money, we are going to do this. So the expectation of we making money now, we have to do everything possible to meet up to the expectation. Now, how it become overwhelming if we are not actually meeting up to that because we are feel from our money stage. We are feel from our money stage. We were never prepared. So at this point, the expectation have gone high. Have gone high because we want to do certain things. We want to meet up. We want to please people. We actually want to achieve what we want to achieve. And to be real, my brother, I can tell you for sure. You see, that you see the cynical expectation, bro. Is actually go a lot of pressure. It actually go a lot of pressure that nowadays that's what kill most of our people today. Typical example, if you look at India, like right after a semester, probably the other Indian that killed herself. So actually came out like recently on my campus, there were two incidents that took place. The person just claimed out about non-flow, A flow, and then they just threw themselves down. That lady got broken and died. Why? Because they never meet up to the expectation after they have seen that grace. That grace discouraged them. The expectation
Mm,
was never met. So there is something called grace expectation.
mm.
Grace expectation. You actually want to meet up to certain marks. You actually want to meet up to certain marks. You see, this evening I was telling my brother Emmanuel, in our discussing, and then he said even after he like to act like an old man. I said it's not like I like to act like an old man, but sometimes I like to think not only inside the box, I like to think outside the box. He said, what do you
Right.
mean? I said, listen, I said, let me tell you something, my brother. You see, when we were kids, we struggled to achieve something they call diploma, only for high school. After we achieve diploma, they say, oh, you have to go to university. That's the only way you can get a job. You go to university all the time, you achieve your BSc, you achieve master, and then they say you have to have job experience. How is it possible when you have 14, 15 year job experience if you are going to school all this time? After you have job experience, okay, now after you complete your master, you go PhD. Now they're saying that oh, you are too qualified for the job. They cannot give you job because you have PhD. So you see these things. This thing now it try to play on people mind. It try to make your mind settle because let's be realistic. Let's be realistic. How will you define how will you actually define person based on just a mark? And nowadays, actually to obtain certain scholarship, actually obtain certain jobs, you have to have about 7.5, 8.5, or probably 6 something, whatever thing. All these things, the expectation, okay, I want to reach to this point. I want to get to this point. Then at that point, you didn't reach there. It becomes overwhelming. It becomes tiring. Uh, this guy from Nigeria, I call him my papa, Jaja Sema. Jaja Sema made mention of one thing, and he said, uh, nowadays you see someone go to the probably you go to a restaurant. The restaurant is actually probably they sell food about 20, that is 20, $25 US, and then you actually went there, and then you see other people buying 20, $25 US, and then now probably it's okay. Let me just do it because I'm already here. Maybe if I go, I will expect something for the other also, from the other also, and then you try to eat it. You eat your last 25 USD. After that, you go back home. You cannot see your 25 USD, and then you try to cry in your room. So nowadays, that's what happens to people. Based on our expectation, we may not have mistakes.
Thank you, sir.
We may not,
Thank you so much,
based
sir.
on
We like your thought being shared on this question. It was so impactful, and we learned from that. And I mean, Alfred is simply saying to us that we have to be proud of the little things we have, and we be proud of the little achievement we have, not to overburden ourselves. So let's focus on the growth. Let's focus on the learning, the gradual learning process, and let's focus on balance instead of overwhelming ourselves. Miles, are you here with us? We're about to transition to the next phase. So just get the first picture ready. Few seconds, you will put it up. And I don't know if we have some comments in the comment section. Uh, no, the first one. Take that one down, please. The first one. The very first one. Can you hear me, Miles?
I put them in
I
a
sure
video
my
form. That's what
network
I'm saying.
is.
I put them in a video form.
Miles, just display the first one he's talking about. You can just go, you just display the first
Okay,
thing he's talking
this
about.
this one. It's okay. This one. No, Miles. The first one. You can try. Okay, that is it. The first one. Okay. So before we get to the picture aspect, I would like you guys to go into the comment section and read some of the comments. If there is, then you try to read them out. If there is any question, we try to answer them.
No,
Alfred.
for now there's no comment.
All right. So let's take just 5 seconds, only 5 seconds of musical break, and then we come back to discuss this picture.
Yeah. Oh, my TV, light in the world. My TV, shine on the screen. Voices of hope, living the dream from Africa's heart to the world we see. Truth and culture, Maya's TV, Maya's TV, bringing light each day. Stories that guide us, show the way. One love, one voice, one destiny. Welcome to the future, Maya's TV. A vision was born with a purpose so true. Buena Myers, we honor you. With faith and courage, the journey began. Building a platform for every man. Through trials and growth, the light stayed strong. Turning every challenge into
Thank you. We are about to turn every challenge into a success. That's why the Myers Television has come on the internet to do for us all. Man making, nation building, people development, and a shift of mindset positively. So, welcome back again, guys. We are the Myers Television, and tonight, or this morning, or evening, afternoon, whatever time it is at your end, we are discussing on the topic helping young people manage pressure and expectation. So, for the couple of minutes, almost an hour now, our panelists have been sharing their insights, and I mean, it's been so impactful, and we are learning something though. And I hope you are inspired with their words, and you try to use these things they are sharing with us, the information they are sharing with us, as a tool to be able to get rid of this pressure and expectation thing that we young people experience every day. So we have this picture up. We all can behold this picture of this guy, very tensed. He's very tensed, Miles. Alfred, see this guy. Very tensed, pressured. There is a cause, there is a reason why. And we're going to look at the family expectation context of this image, right? Let's look at it in that form and manner. We do know our family, our parents, they often want the best for us, right? They want the best. They desire so well for us. But you see, that expectation they have at times, if not managed well by us and them, it becomes sometimes very stressful, and it creates an intense pressure on us. It creates that on us. So we kickstart with Myers on this. Myers, you're going to be very practical with this one. And we have to stick to that to time because we have a lot to do. We have a couple of pictures to speak about. So let's be direct. I don't want to call you off guard. So let's be direct with our answers. Miles, what say you on this image? How can parent, how can teacher provide support for this guy, this brother who is very intense by their expectation? What support can they provide him?
Thank you, Philip. Let me start by saying one time I went for a mentorship workshop, and there was a lady who came there, to teach us. And the lady said, I have found out last that whenever you see students are writing examinations, that's the time they want to forget about everything they are doing and then just focus on, the book. She said, it is not bad, but it kills you mentally because you overuse the brain. You overuse the brain. So she was like, if you are writing exams, you can still go out, do your normal thing, relax yourself, come back, and try to study. You will still cope with that thing. Because what happens? If you just try to pull yourself there, you are putting yourself on a stress.
Hmm.
Number one, anxiety. You see, this guy right now, he had a spirit of fear already. Because if you look at it right now, he's thinking the first thing, stress alone, I tell somebody, is a sickness by itself. He's thinking right now, the parents have told him that you have to score non-GPA. He already scraps with that thing already, and then imagine the kind of note he has before him right now. Let's take for example India. See the kind of lesson we have been given. See the kind of examinations we have been given, right? And then you have been put under that kind of pressure that you have to do this, you have to do this, that kind of hard. And he as an individual also, maybe he want to see himself among the first five, more the first 3 or 4 person within the class. That's his expectation. So what happened now? He's trying to use the brain overplus. I don't know whether you have heard this today, but a lot of people who you hear say they learn overplus, some of them sometimes check their mental stability. They are not really stable. You understand? It's not They are not really stable. So what the teachers or that of the parents need to do. Listen, my man, we know that you want to reach a certain mark, but your mental health matters a lot. You have to
Hmm.
relax. You have to take time in doing this. You will gradually get there. Life is about time. We know that you want to be the top of the class. We know that you want to reach this mark, but you have to limit your expectation because if you are not if you don't try to balance your expectation with that of your mental health, you will get in a problem that you don't want to get in. Like Alfred was saying, that's why you see a lot of people today, most especially our country we are in here, a lot of them will go on by doing things that they don't supposed to do. Commit suicide, doing these things. But if they are they have been taught by some of these things that expectation is not an assurance. It happens and sometimes it don't happen, it don't go your way. So all the men need to this particular man now, he's overthinking, he's stressed, and all that thing is playing on him. All he need to know that your expectation is not something that is guaranteed. Because Philip, let's say for example with the book he's studying, with the lesson he's going through right now. This guy can still study all and maybe write. Imagine the teacher themselves has their own way of marking the paper. Sometimes may be right to you, they will tell you, say, no, it is not right. And am I right? And, yeah, you feel like you wrote the right thing in the test, but the teacher might say, no, it was in the rightful thing. Who are you to question the teacher? Who are you to debate with the teacher? What happened at the end of the day? You say your expectation are not been met. You understand that you try to do things. So know that our expectation is not an assurance. If it works, that's good. If it doesn't work, that's it. So our parents need to give guidance to this man for his own mental stability. Thank you so much, Philip.
Thank you, sir. Well, understandable. So, Alfred, how can parents support this brother? How can they, what actually can they do? What can they give him in this current state? What say you? Just in few words.
Okay, thank you so much. So you see, Uh, One of our show said that uh, there is a stages of training a child. At certain stage from 1 years to eight, that is from 1 year to 17 years, that is the time you discipline the child. From 18 or more, that is the time the child becomes your friend. So at this stage, there is something we call emotional support. Emotional support. What if I say emotional support? What do I mean? Someone that actually understands the level of stress this guy is going through. Someone that actually understands the level of pressure this guy is under. Because if you are someone who is emotional intelligent, someone who actually understands these things, for instance, like his father or a mother, can actually tell you, hey, you have to pause. Like my brother Miles was saying, why do what when you watch something they say you have to wait in a gym, you have to at least free the mind, you have to go and take a walk. Yes, something you have to pause. Probably if you actually really you have to if you feel that you're on too much pressure, you have to pause. Whatever thing you are doing, you have to pause for it for some time. You have to reflect. You have to choose appropriate response. You have to, so a person has to encourage, okay, you know what, you can do this. But you have to take time. Family that will actually encourage him, getting emotional support, whatever support he needs, whatever advances he needs. If you have to go on a vacation, you have to actually come home with family to enjoy themselves. For instance, let me give one example before I tell you my brother. For instance, you and I we are in India, and then you face this any kind of condition. The best support that your family can ever give you is to tell you to go back home. Take a look at example happened to my sister when she was here. She was in LP, she was studying international law. She went on as she went on the same stress we are talking about, and she let it run mad. The best support that the family could give her was for her to return back to Nigeria and have some time with the family. They tell her to take a rest, pause for some time, and give her emotional support. Tell her that she can do it. She is very
Mm.
young. Even if she feels, she can still wake up. Even if she do this, she can still wake up. There is one thing I always tell people. Let me leave this last one with you. The downfall of a man is not necessarily the end of his life. But what will mark
Mm.
you out as a man is the ability to rise when you fall. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you so much. So emotional support is key to this guy. So it is a must that our parents, our friends, our teachers provide us emotional support, give us all the motivation we need rather than just overwhelming us with, you know, unrealistic expectation. Thank you, sir. Queen, what say you, ma'am? See this guy in the picture, right? See him, how overwhelmed he is, how stressed he is. An intense expectation has been put on him by his parent. And just in time, he did not meet up with the expectation. And he's gonna, oh, how can I? Being surrounded by all of the books, everything, just to clear the exam, to get a GPA, in order to get a job, to get the promotion. So, what kind of support if a parent called their son and see him in this state? What do you think? How do you think this parent can be of help to this guy? Just in few words, ma'am. Oh, unfortunately, we've lost Queen. So, Miles, let's put up the third picture, and we discuss that. Yeah, the third picture. Nice, this one. So, what we see here, this guy is actually unhealthy. You see him seated? He's completely unhealthy. He's kind of tense with stress. Miles, these things are happening to us, bro. These things are happening to both the poor and the rich. How can this guy be able to communicate what he's feeling within himself. Because at this stage, he just cannot find the words to communicate. So, what do you think that this guy, or how can this guy communicate the feelings he's going through right now with another person or to another person? What say you, Max? And then we come back to Queen.
Thank you, Philip. A lot of time we find ourselves like when we are going through certain challenges or situations, we are unable to speak. Looking at our brother here right now, maybe it might be peer pressures, maybe it might be maybe it might be something from school, from family, and what have you. I think right now what he needs is counseling. He needs somebody to stand there to counsel him. He needs that a mentor, right, to mentor him. That's why there are sometimes we don't have to speak it out by our actions. Speak it out. Well, right. So right now he needs a mentor. He needs somebody who's gonna read his mind and understand the kind of thing this young guy is passing through right now. And
Mm,
who are those people that you think gonna do that? Like I said, either a counselors or mentor, or maybe your parents with that experience who have passed through certain things or passed through what he's presently passing through right now. Because
mm,
if this person just try to understand his physical appearance, try to understand the kind of pain he's passing through right now, they will try to provide those solutions for it. The person don't have to speak, right? But you try to read their minds already, right? The psychologists do, right? Once they see you, you don't have to say a word. They already know. They tell you that this is a particular thing. So I will tell you right now, he knew a mentorship for what he's passing through right now. He needs a mentorship or counseling for someone to just talk to him, that he will be able to think and then maybe try to come back to his rightful senses. So for now, I will stop there, my brother.
thank you. Alfred, not Alfred, but Queen. Let's hear you out on this picture, please. What's your point of view?
Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you are.
Yes, I'm sorry, I'm not home, so my network is so bad. So, what I think about these issues is about, you know, students face, especially in Western country or all of Liberia. When you are sent here by your parents or the sponsor, you expect, some parents give specific CGPA that you have to cover that semester, before they say that's my boy, that's my girl. So at times, if student does not meet up with that, they become so frustrated. Sometimes they are even afraid of reaching out to their parents to tell them, "Oh, this semester I already flunk," you know. So all parents have to do is to open dialogue. It's very important to our parents to do to us, to open dialogue, to ask a child or children what is going on, that such thing that is happening. Why? Parents feel that because your child is in India, you send money for fees, for rent. If you everything is okay, yeah, they expect the best from you. Once everything is in, but they don't know behind that money, what the child goes through in this country, from landlord pressure, you go to school, why you supposed to get peace of mind, teacher give you pressure, assignment, you come home, landlord giving you pressure, you have your neighbors, they are playing music. These are things. But parents feel that when they send money to you, they expect you to school, not when you see GPA. So these are things parents have to offer emotional. Everyone is just busy on emotional support. That's a key word. Emotional support by opening dialogue for the children, you know, telling them the significance, of your mental illness, because how will you feel when this child maybe feel sick, maybe pressure that they derive from this mental thing that they are going through, this stress. How will you feel when this child is being diagnosed of something that have a brain trauma? How do you think that a child that will just go to bed and live in his sleep, at the end of the day begin to blame why the child does not tell me this? Maybe you even hear from the housemate or the friends when such thing happen to the child, say, "Oh, my friends will explain about this, that." Parents feel so. And to conclude on this note, parents should open dialogue for their child or children. It's good to send the fees It's good to send it. I mean, it's good to send it rent, but also you don't know what your child face here. If you make yourself so scary, buku mean for your child, right? That you feel that your child, you only should discuss about school business. Anything outside of school is not concern you. Yeah, so you have to open dialogue with your child, children, to be able to explain what they go through. Maybe through that status, maybe sometimes they have private life, they might have relationship that you don't know about. They are facing this trauma, but because you feel that this child have to score 9.6 GPA, it will just be killing them. At the end of the day, they cannot meet up with your expectation as a parent, which is a 9.6 GPA. So thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I like the fact that you were being practical on this, that our parents have to open a dialogue web so we all can go through it and have this discussion. Man, what's up? What's happening? Although we have this expectation, although we support you, right? We send you the money, we pay your tuition, yeah. But what's up? What's happening? Yeah, so parents have to create that space, that atmosphere. So to our parents out there, you have to do for us though. Yeah, thank you. Alfred, let's hear you out, bro. See this brother. He's kind of tensed, overwhelmed. How can he communicate what he's feeling on his inside?
Uh, okay, thank you. So, for me, I'm looking at this photo for some logical concept. So, you see, there is something we call stress management. So, the only way you can communicate is when you actually understand stress management. In this condition, this guy actually needs stress management. And how can you actually manage this kind of stress, this kind of pressure this guy's under? The first thing we'll get something called embrace the present. So if this guy actually wants to communicate, the first thing he has to do, he has to embrace the person. He has to reduce the stress by focusing on now rather than thinking about the future or what the past has given him. That's the first thing you need to do. And the next thing after you need to do is to observe. Don't take control. You have to observe. When I mean observe, don't take control. What do I mean? I mean that stop fighting or trying to control negative thoughts. Instead, be an observer of your thoughts, knowing they will pass. For instance, you're already in a situation. You see, this song from Jesse Pratt is one of my favorite songs. I don't care what kind of trouble that in, what kind of situation I'm in. I always say situation comes and go. I don't care how that situation will be. I can just, I'll just say situation comes and go. Because I've already observed it. I know that it will surely pass. No matter how it be, it will surely pass. And then another thing, the prioritize life over the work. Like,
Hmm.
for instance, there is something, a motivational speaker from America, his name is Prince EA. He once said that man sacrifices a health to build up his work, and then man sacrifices his work to build up his health. So the first thing is you have to prioritize your life over work. Challenge the idea that overworking is necessary. Actually, that better life lead to what? Better performances. If you are not healthy, how can you perform better? For instance, we are going to school, India, my brothers. If we are not healthy, if we stress, I would say, Lord, tell me how will you go to school? How will you focus in class? How will you learn? If you're talking, your mindset will not even be there. I don't care how you sit on your laptop or on your book for I say 5 to 6 hours, brother. You won't learn anything because you are overworked yourself. You are not prioritizing your life. You are not enjoying the life that you have. You stress yourself. And another thing, take time to disappear. This was very, very essential. Take time to disappear. Use, like I said before, like you have to pause, reflect, and other things. Now I'm saying take time to disappear. Use or what? Solitude. The time to go solitude or what? Or monkey mood. That kind of monkey mood, I guess my brother, you know what I'm talking about. That kind of monkey mood to escape noise. You know how monkey can do that for tree to tree. To escape noise, you have to get escape. You foster self-discovery and protect your energy for constant distraction. Thing that will distract your mind. Thing that will, for instance, probably you see you actually having bad result in your studies or whatever. So like you're just thinking about it over and over, or this particular course that you have a bad result for it. You're just talking about it when it's distracting your mind and making you not focus. And another thing, appreciate your body, appreciate yourself. Tell yourself that you are good. Tell yourself that you can do it. Tell yourself that you are wonderful. Tell yourself that you are great. Appreciate your body. Treat your body with care and patience rather than taking it for granted. Tell yourself that you are marvelous. Tell yourself that you can do this, that you can make it pass. And other people can go there and do it. Yourself, you can do it. If other people have been going there, they didn't do it, your own will be different, you can do it. Motivate yourself at your work. If you go to there and then you ready, tell yourself, thank you, okay, you do, even though you feel, but yeah, okay, I will do better than this. Appreciate yourself. Think about do certain things and get yourself into phones, something that will actually distract your mind. You see, one of the key things for me, let me share myself my story, my brother. One of the things I see, I don't go on no stress. Yes, I do go on no stress. But let me tell you my key secrets today, my brother. I don't care how the situation will be. There's one part of me I will sing. I don't have a goosebumps. Philip, you spent some three, almost 4 months with us, and you know me from my singing business. I don't care who
Right.
laugh or not. I don't care how they stress me. I will sing. I will just be singing. Get what the song is not sweet to other people, for me, it's sweet to me. I believe that it will actually lead me to. Before you marry a man, the whatever thing I was thinking about, is just going away from my head. I'm not even thinking about it anymore. So you see, most often, my brother, I will tell you, most often it's not all about we having emotional support from our parents. Yes, that is very very essential because our parents actually need to know what is going on in our life for them to support us emotionally. But more often, let's take into consideration these people won't be there tomorrow. They are there today, but they won't be there tomorrow. Because this thing we're talking about is not only basically about academic side, it also go along with the job side. It also go along with when we are not a family man or you're actually a weather right now in your home. All these things come across the line. So if you actually understand how to manage your stress, if you actually understand that you have to appreciate yourself for every little thing you do, you have to prioritize your life. You have to observe how to take control of it. That same situation, if you cannot take control of it, you control about it, just observe
Alfred,
it.
life is
Yeah.
paramount, to our health. Your points are well taken and they are understandable. Thank you so much. I like the fact that you're being very logical and practical at the same time. Thank you, sir. So we are going to transition to the next picture, Myers. That is the second picture. You just put it up, please. The second. Okay, here is it. This is an example of an intense and overwhelmed stress being faced by this employee or this businessman or this entrepreneur. Let's put him in these three category of people, right? It could be an employee, an entrepreneur, or a businessman. Yeah. And he lost the contract. He lost the job. He lost everything. Miles, coming to you, what are some healthy ways this man family can encourage him to succeed from this his failure, from this setback? Let's say you are biased.
Philip, thank you so much. So let me start by saying life is about 50-50 chances. Either you get it or you don't get it. Have you heard that word you have heard that saying on Facebook? Either you get it or you don't get it. Anything you try to get into, know that it's 50-50. Some day
Mm.
will go your way, some day won't go your way. But our family members should try to understand, right? That yes, our son is trying to make a difference, but yes, they see the kind of situation he's in. This man right now, like my brothers and sisters said, he need that support from family. And one of those support, he need that motivation from family. That's one of the things he need right now.
Mm.
Imagine you being a family man carrying that kind of responsibility, because the first thing that come to a head right now, how children fees gonna be paid, how food gonna be in the house. talking about house rent, if he's somebody who is renting, all these things are playing on him right now. The first thing he need is that motivations, that no matter how this one was, you can still make a shift. You can still make that difference. That's what I was saying. That's what I said previously. That anytime you are into things, always get what they call plan A and plan B in order to make your mental health to be stable. Let's take for example, Philip, if I'm working at the hospital, right? On a sudden, my boss decided to put me down. But mind you, while I was working there, I have some safe, right? And I was doing business. You understand it? I tried to invest in other things. Philip, my boss putting me down is not going to be anything to me, man. Even though it's going to play on me for 1 or 2, 1 or 2 seconds, or maybe a few times, but it won't really something to me because I have balanced myself, right? I had a plan B that when this fail me, this is going to work. But where you are in a situation where you don't have, any balance, it becomes serious problem for you in society. And right now, like I can say, maybe our brother is in that situation that he doesn't have any means around. He only depending on that job. That's why usually people can say, job alone cannot make you rich, cannot make you to be successful. There are other things you need to put yourself in because that job will fail. Let's take for example, if he being maybe IT specialty, maybe that software he working on, there are some level of crash thing that happened there. And the boss man decided to say, oh, you make me to lose all this one, you have to go away. But if that man had another source of income, yes, he's go away with that pain. Maybe he look at the kind of relationship he has built at that working place. He look at those kind of things he has been involved to that working place. It will hurt him for some time. But mind you, he had another thing to go and establish on. And he can try to move up from there. But if it
Thank,
doesn't work that way, then family members need some level of, how to give him that kind of motivation, try to calm him down, so that he can make it, he can still make a shift. Thank you, Philip.
thank with the help and guidance and support of his family members, he can still come back. Thank you. So let's hear you out, Alfred. Let's hear you out, Alfred. Let's be on time, please. Yeah, just 15 seconds, sir. I'm monitoring the time.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much. I'm so surprised today. The time Ito is actually talking about time. Wow. That sounds okay. Anyway, let me just go straight into time. Like you said, see, one of the key things this guy needs, because this guy is someone that you look at Candy, this guy is someone that is family oriented. This guy is someone that is business oriented. This guy is someone that's actually uh, at the point where he have lost everything, like you said, he have lost his job, but everything, culture, was everything. So one of the key things the guy needs, I would say, he needs is support from his family, most especially from his partner, most especially from his partner, because at this point, his partner needs to come off him because this guy is not a young guy. Yes, the parent will going to call, oh, you can do it. The parent say you can do it, you can do it. But you see, at certain point of a main life, there are certain things we cannot tell our mother, we cannot tell our father, but we can tell our partner. So if he actually have a supportive partner that will actually motivate him, a partner that will actually tell him that this is not the end of the of life, this is not the end. The partner actually tell him that if what makes you a man when you fall and then you rise again. The partner that will actually tell him that we can do this together, we can make it together. Thank you, my brother. Because of time, I actually wanted to explain more, but because of time, 50 seconds, I have to respect it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for being very respectful to that. And let's move on to Queen. Miss Queen, are you here with us?
Yes, I am.
All right. Let's take you out, ma'am. Miss-
Uh, am I audible?
Yes, you are. 15 seconds.
I just suggest you be your host always because you are very conscious when it comes to that. Um, so if my advice to this person, right, or anyone found themselves in this situation, certain things we call in our common world speaking like bro say backup plan. If you are a working person, you have to know that this job I'm doing, um, I don't want to be a boss every day, and I don't want to be that one that work for someone all the time. We as an entrepreneur that do marketing, right? We want to see ourselves being innovative, right? So that has to do with if you have a partner like Alfred said, supportive person, yeah, must ask is working. You should be very careful with his spendings that you'll be able to save at least a month. That knowing very well this job, right? Anyone that is working and you see that you are a leader, you are ministers, you are holding hierarchy positions, you take into consideration it will come a time I won't have this job anymore. What becomes of my faith? What becomes of my hope? So after this man lost his job, he should have something in cover that before they can call him for a job, before he's searching for a job, right? At least his family won't craft. Now they will see in our country Liberia, people hold ministers' positions. When they are there, they eat a lot of money without saving. At the end of the day, if you see the government move from in power, if their families suffer a lot because they have nothing. They work fiend labor, they were spending on, they was just thinking about today, not thinking about tomorrow, and they felt this work was intended, it couldn't like vanish from them. So with supportive families, supportive parents, yes, I believe through a saving, I want to balance that with a saving because even if you have supportive parents, if you don't have anything to, you wake up in the morning and children crying for food, it even make the woman sometimes feel so frustrated. Yeah, about that. So that's it from my end.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Miles, let's have the last picture and then we kind of call it a day. We just have 5 minutes to end. 4 minutes, rather. We have 4 minutes to call this day and then we take everyone's parting statement. Yes, this one. Queen, you are the woman on the show and representing all of the women. This lady is being faced with family pressure since she got married, no child's birth. I mean, she cannot reproduce. Not to say never reproduce, but the time hasn't yet reached. But the pressure from her in-laws and her husband may be. I mean, what say you? How can this woman put herself together? I'm sorry. How can this woman put herself together, and how can the husband be of support to her as well?
Okay, so I've been a woman that is representing women out there. A lot of people face this in their marriages, in their homes. You know, there's I don't want to believe there is a woman that want to marry that haven't had a child yet and saying they want to be barren. No one wish to reach to that place in life. It happened in the Bible when it comes to Hannah. Hannah facing that same problem where at point in time you have to send her husband out there to look for a woman at least to born a child. Where in Belina comes after born Ishmael have to give us some talk. I believe calling her a barren woman, but because everyone was a supportive partner that believed that her woman this said one day in vision herself or caused herself to be barren. He was supportive and she herself she kept trusting God. You see, once you are married, once you have a home, your family, in as much as you love your family, but you have to know there is a separate family that you as a man have a say there. Then even your mother don't have to control because you're like, I want to have a grandchild. How watch a lot of African show and it comes to reality, right? It happen reality where we see one grandchild. Every time they will be calling, what kind of woman just finished again born unprotected. These are thugs. But if they may support it, trust me, you see in the Bible one did mention about Hannah, right? Penina mocked at Hannah so much. But to number one reason, in as much as Hannah was a believer, she believed in God. But if her husband going to join Penina, if her husband going to join other people and mock at Hannah in that position, her faith going to be joined. She could reach to the point of stop believing God. But once you have a husband, I tell you what, Hannah, keep trusting God. I believe you. You want to make me happy. You want if you live with your one in your own authority mantle, you want to give me many children, right? You can keep trusting God, and by the grace of God, you're going to get this child that is coming from God. So when you have a supportive husband in this situation, this woman will have be mentally stable. She will gain her self-esteem. She will keep trusting God. She will keep being patient on concerning that. So thank you.
Thank you, Queen, for your point of view. And let's go to the man. Guys, Miles, here you are, married this beautiful woman, and after a few years, the expectation coming from your parents. to their in-law, as in your wife, is high. We want children, or even give us a child. Yet she cannot. After 2, 3 years in marriage, she's broken. She's eaten up. She's overwhelmed by the constant complaint coming from your parents. As a husband, how can you support your wife? Myers, in few words, it could be five, ten
Thank you.
words. Us.
Thank you, Philip. So let me say, yeah, the miles, so let me share from my own perspective, right? Philip, I can tell people, my parents, I don't, even family member, I don't allow you to interfere when it comes to that of my personal life, as many as you think you can. That's the reason why a lot of people, have lost good relationship, have lost a lot of things around them because they kind of pressure from parents. Listen, you should make sure that your parents should have a boundary. The reason why they should have a boundary because you know what you are getting in. This thing about child issue, me, it doesn't matter to me, Philip. I've been asked so many times, I've been questioned so many times. Miles, can you get married to somebody who can born this and that, this and that? Listen, it doesn't matter. You and myself, they didn't go into the relationship because of child issue. It's not why we get into it. If child comes, that's it. If it doesn't come, maybe the both of us wasn't destined for that. Why not? Should I go and be checking beyond God? Who am I? But the reason why is because we allow our parents to have too much of say in our relationship. Listen, our parents should have their boundaries. It is not. It
But
is
Myers,
not. Some
Myers,
see
you
it.
have to
Yeah,
produce. What are you saying? You as a
Philip,
man, you have to. The
Philip,
family
Philip.
It's
I have to
actually easier to
produce.
talk. It's easier to say,
Philip,
but when reality
Philip.
hits you, Maya.
I have to produce. Right? Listen, I have to
Yeah,
produce.
reality
But
takes you
I'm
out.
not. Listen, Philip, I have to produce, right? But let me tell you, it is not something like anybody should try to pressurize me on. That's the reality about it. It is not something I have to be pressurized on. That's life. Maybe my time hasn't come. Look at the issue of Sarah and then that of Abraham. Do you saw the time that they gave birth to their first child?
Mm.
That's life. Maybe I may be in my old age and God want me to get a child. That's life. No one will not
Mm.
come to pressure me, but because we allow
So
family
when
to
that,
interfere,
I
and
ask
I'm saying too much. Philip. Yeah.
me, sir, when that time comes, the pressures, intense one coming from your parents to your wife, and even it kind of, creeping closer to you. How can you support this
Philip,
woman?
that's what I'm saying to you. I'm going to stand by her because it is
How?
not on a child. It is
How
not,
are you
listen, Philip,
stand with this woman, my
listen,
friend?
I'm going to stand by her and tell her that we are waiting for God time. Once a particular
Okay.
time reach for you to conceive, you will definitely conceive, right? Maybe sometimes, Philip, on the other hand, it might be medical issue. We will go and check ourselves to see, right? But mind you, I'm saying, right, I'm not going to allow any parents or family member from wherever place to try to pressure me to do what I'm not supposed to do. That's why you see a lot of people go and do what they don't supposed to do
Thank you.
sometimes. They leave there.
Well,
They leave there,
understandable.
Philip.
Okay, just a few seconds. Let me hear you out. Nice.
Hello, Philip.
I've, yes, are you here?
Yeah. So, Philip,
Yeah.
are you getting me right? Philip,
Yes.
so I'm trying to say, right, I am not going to allow family pressure, family expectation of me bringing grandchildren into the family, this and that, to put me on a place where my late, petty woman I get, my woman with well understanding, my woman that we have struggled from scratch and come to the place of, enjoying ourselves. Then you only because a child, then you want me to lose her, automatically it's not good. It will never work in my shoe. It won't work. That's why I
Thank,
said it previously. I don't
thank
allow family member to interfere into my personal life too much. No, sometimes I
you.
don't take it from you. That's the reality about life. Thank you, Philip.
I think your wife is going to have a very supportive husband, and whoever that wife is, I wish her all the best. Alfred, yeah, we come to you, then we take our parting statements. Alfred, now all the women are listening to you now. All the girls are listening to you. Potential wife materials are listening to you. And you
Why
have
you
to put
scaring
it.
Africa? Why you scaring Africa? People when you Africa for you already making the fake like guilty.
I think
Africa.
I'm just clarity. So, Alfred, have about four, like, okay, 8 billion, right? About 4 billion of women, young girls are listening to you now, and they want to see you have that charisma. That when this thing happen, family pressure because she's not giving birth,
That's a
she
few
cannot.
pressure you are putting Africa on now. You are influencing him to market himself in a way that you are pressurizing Africa, allowing to be great.
Oh, that it's something that I'm speaking here. So, Alfred, how can you be a support to that woman listening to you? Because the moment whatever you say now, she's going to come to you and propose to you, or even beg you to propose to her. Say you, Alfred, sell yourself in just 5 to 10 words.
Feel like you get yes, baby.
Oh, Alfred, what's happening? We can hear you. The main internet I want you name. Oh, we lost Alfred? Have we?
I will not lose Africa feeling.
We
Yeah,
lost
because
Alfred, my people.
No, I think Abra is coming back very shortly. I sure Abra position yourself for that particular
Africa
question.
have to
Alfred,
back itself.
Alfred is not coming back. He's not coming back anytime soon.
Abra is here
He's not
already,
coming
Philip.
back.
Abra is here already. Abra is
I
here.
think that such class in the time we had very interesting show tonight. Oh, Alfred, you're
Okay.
back.
Yes, yes. I'm sorry. I think our call intercept. So our facing
Escape.
network crisis.
You were
So
scared.
you you know I can never be afraid. You know I can never be afraid. I'm not afraid. I can never be afraid when it comes to
I'll
argument.
trust you that it means I can go in a deep road, touch the real win.
So
Tell you.
okay, let let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, my brother. You said I have to speak for myself. Before building some women tonight, I'm actually going to speak for myself, and I'll be honest and sincere. Honest and sincere. Whatever thing I'm saying is the truth. Uh, I'm one person. I don't take relationship as his or her responsibility. I take relationship as a partnership, so that means that it's our responsibility, it's our department. So therefore, if that relationship collapse, if that relationship fails because one person is under pressure, that means that means I also fail. That relationship fail because the both of us fail. So that means that if my partner is under pressure, that means I'm also under pressure. If my partner also is sick, that means also I'm sick. So if my partner is actually going through such thing, the best thing I can do is to stand by her because I don't want our relationship to fail. I'm not going to allow my family to come in between and to destroy my home. Because if that home is destroyed today, that means I'm also a failure. It's not only because of my wife, because my wife was not able to give child, or because or she was not able to meet all the certain obligation. No, if she actually feel, that means automatically I feel. I see relationship as a partnership. So that means that we have equal right to the relationship, equal right to the relationship. So we have to put our time, we have to give our support, we have to give our everything. So what in short more, what am I trying to say? I'm going to stand by my wife.
Thank
I'm
you.
going to stand by her.
Thank you. I like the way you put up yourself, like you put yourself on sale, right? I'm sorry. I like the way you put yourself on sale. So I think you're going to have, many people rushing into your inbox. Guy, I want to buy this commodity. I actually need you. So that's good. What's your price? What's your
I'm
price,
not
Alfred?
I'm not for sure. I'm not for sure, bro. I'm
Are you?
not for sure.
I don't know. Are you
I'm not
single or
searching. I'm not searching. I'm not searching. I'm not in the
I?
market. I'm not
I
searching.
no, 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 no. Answer the question. Are you single or are you taken?
Brother, I'm not searching.
I
This
understand.
is not,
But are
it
you
is,
single
it
or
is
are
not,
you?
it is not a dating platform. I will suggest that I keep that mute. Who are you? Where you coming from?
Queen, that's not with me, mom. Africa. Is single, is single or is taken? I mean, they make up.
That's what
No, Alfred just told himself,
there's
that
not
anyone
there's
can buy
not there's not there's not fast there's not fast connection to know what Alfred is single or taking.
no,
Do you want
it's
to
based.
connect Alfred?
You're right, ma'am. It's based off alcohol, right? If any woman can come into his life right now, but
Let's hear. We first have to start with the host before we can go around the table. We always go
Very
around
good.
the table.
Very good. Very good, sir. Hold, are you single or taking?
Queen, I saw that coming, Queen. I saw that coming from you. It was, that catch me
I
by
told
surprise.
I told you Azeku is a female general.
I know. I saw that. Okay, guys. I mean, we had a great time tonight. You guys, can you mute your mic, please? I'm so sorry. You guys were very instrumental to this conversation tonight. I like the fact that you bring all of your insights, you bring all of your experiences to the conversation, and it was very energetic. We were able down the line, to able to speak up to the issue, answer the questions, and share some relevant information. So we look forward to having an incredible time tomorrow for episode 1.2. So, guys, get ready for episode 1.2 tomorrow, same time. That being said, we take on Myers for his parting statement. Myers, just give it to us, bro, in 3 words. Thank you, and then we're done.
Okay, let me say thank you so much to Philip. Thanks to Queen and that of Afra, to Miss Queen and that of Afra, Mr. Moore. Thank you so much for the time. Let me say to our people, life is about 50-50 chances. Either you
Thank you.
gain or you lose. Whatever
Thank
expectation you go there
you.
with, know that either you gain or you lose. Thank
I
you
know
so
that.
much.
Thank you, sir. Miss, can we hear you?
Thank you so much, Mr. Doso. Let me say thanks to our listener for always being here with us. It was a great show. Hoping to see you tomorrow, same time. Thank you.
Thank you. Same time, same platform. Uh, my co-host Alfred, I like the way you sold yourself just now, and you should kind of share the message with me when those people come in your inbox. You'll be a great husband. Your party statement.
So uh to my brother Philip. To my little brother Philip, you know, you know, you know, I can never get angry with you because I know that you always wish me well. You just sometimes pretend in front of the camera, but you one of the person that always pray for me that I should go because you are looking up to me as a big brother to do something great, to be a good man. Yeah, I applaud you for that. So to our followers, I say thank you so much for the time. Thank you so much. We hope that you learn a great thing. We also that you should be more mature, emotionally mature in terms of pressure, in terms of emotional stress. Make sure to believe in yourself, talk to people, and talk to your family for support. And to my brothers, Maras, thank you so much. This guy's always behind the scene, working hard on the technical work. And to my female general, I salute you tonight again. She always by my side. I don't care how we play on the platform. She by my side. We can make play in the corner, but when you come on the platform, she by my side. My female general. What
Bias,
shall I do?
yeah, bias,
You
yeah,
have
me
it with
there.
me. You have it with me. Hey, let me tell you something.
platform
All
that
the, let me tell you something. All the women on the platform are by my side. All the women on the platform they count by my side. Won't trust me.
my
Zenebu,
friend, we're not
CG.
men enough to answer the question as to whether or not single or taken. Then you telling me how I'm a little brother to you. Come on, man. Until and unless you can answer that question, that's the only way I agree to that.
But stated, I think the question should be asked by a lady that is coming in my inbox.
Oh,
Are you
most of them
single or
are.
taken?
I'm the most
It
of
will be it will be very disgraceful to me and disrespectful to me if I answer my little brother by asking me, "Are you single or taking?" It will be very disrespectful to me. I should be.
okay. Thank, thank
No
you.
problem. No.
So to our followers and our supporter, we've had a fascinating time. Thank you for being with us till this time. Tomorrow we have episode 1.2 again. Please read our, post tomorrow on the timing so you can come in time and invite your friends. So let us know tonight that pressure is part of life. Let's accept the fact that pressure is actually part of life, but it should never, break our confidence. It should never break our mental well-being, right? Let's get all of the support we need from our parents, our friends, our family, our employers, our teachers. Let's get all of the support and let's be self-aware. People talk about emotional intelligence and self-awareness. So let's be self-aware. Let's have all of the emotional support and let's be resilient, right? Let's have that resilient spirit in us. And you young people, we young people, us young people, let's kind of turn this pressure into growth rather than stress. Let's turn pressure into growth rather than stress. God bless you. See you again tomorrow. We love you. Bye bye.